House Lonmouth is a small noble house from the Stormlands, sworn to House Baratheon of Storm's End. Due to their limited recorded history, we do not know if they predate the Targaryen conquest, and thus if they were ever sworn to the Storm Kings of House Durrandon, or if they are of Andor or Firstmen descent. But given the history of most of the houses in the Stormlands, it is likely if they do predate Aegon's conquest, that they stem from a mix of both Firstmen and Andors, who intermarried peacefully. They blazon their arms parted into 6, with red lips strewn on yellow and yellow skulls on black. According to some sources, their words are, "The choice is yours." The first notable member of House Lonmouth was Ser Joffrey Lonmouth, who was born sometime before 99 AC. It is said that Joffrey was a skilled knight and a particularly strong tourney fighter. He was known to many as the Knight of Kisses, presumably due to the red lips that make up part of House Lonmouth's banner. It is said that he was the secret lover of Sir Laenor Velaryon, the eldest son of Corlys Velaryon, the Sea Snake, and Princess Rhaenys Targaryen, the queen who never was. While their relationship was never publicly acknowledged, it was well known, with Laenor's preference of men almost an open secret on Driftmark, and possibly further afield. Given his close relationship with Laenor, it is fair to speculate that Joffrey would have spent considerable time on Driftmark in the years prior to Laenor's wedding in 114 AC. Laenor would marry King Viserys I Targaryen's named heir, Rhaenyra Targaryen, in 114 AC. With the wedding came the most lavish celebration the Seven Kingdoms had seen since the days of the Old King. Part of this grand celebration was a tourney in King's Landing. Knights from far and wide came to take part. Among the notable included Queen Alicent Hightower's siblings, 5 sworn brothers of the King's Guard, Sir Harwin Strong, and the groom's favourite, Ser Joffrey Lonmouth. It is claimed that when Rhaenyra bestowed her garter on Sir Harwin Strong, her new husband laughed and gave one of his own to Ser Joffrey Lonmouth, again supporting the idea that Laenor's preference of men and relationship with Ser Joffrey was an open secret at court. Denied Rhaenyra's favour, the former favourite of Princess Rhaenyra, Ser Criston Cole, turned instead to Queen Alicent Hightower. Wearing her token, the young Lord Commander of the Kingsguard defeated all challengers, fighting in a black rage. He left Sir Harwin Strong with a broken collarbone and a shattered elbow, but it was the Knight of Kisses, Ser Joffrey Lonmouth, who felt the fullest measure of his wrath. Cole's favourite weapon was the Morning Star, and the blows he rained down on Sir Laenor's champion cracked his helm and left him senseless in the mud. Carried bloody from the field, Ser Joffrey died without recovering consciousness 6 days later. Sir Laenor Velaryon spent every hour of those days at his bedside, and wept bitterly when the stranger finally claimed him. Sir Laenor wished to name his firstborn son, Joffrey, in honour of his fallen companion. However, the sea snake Corlys Velaryon overruled it, for obvious reasons. It is assumed he also overruled the same request to name his second son Joffrey as well. But in 117 AC on Dragonstone, Princess Rhaenyra bore Laenor a third son. Sir Laenor was last permitted to name the child after his fallen friend, Ser Joffrey Lonmouth, and thus the babe was named Joffrey Velaryon and was as big and red-faced and healthy as his brothers. But like them, he had brown eyes, brown hair, and features that many would call common. All of this thus fueled the speculation that Laenor was not the true father of his sons, but rather they were the bastards of Sir Harwin Strong. Another notable knight of House Lonmouth, Sir Richard Lonmouth. He followed Miles Mouton in squiring for Rhaegar Targaryen, the Prince of Dragonstone and heir to King Aenys II Targaryen, the Mad King. Thus it is believed he was also then knighted by Rhaegar himself. Richard and Sir Miles were close friends of Rhaegar and strong supporters of the Crown Prince at court, as were Lord John Coddington, Prince Lewin Martell, and Sir Arthur Dane. Sir Richard was present at the famous tourney at Harrenhal, where it is said that he played a drinking game with Robert Baratheon, Lord of Storm's End, and his liege lord, but little did he know that Robert would later become king after the rebellion. Halfway through the tourney, he and Robert each promised Rhaegar's father they would find and discover the true identity of the Knight of the Laughing Tree, the mystery knight who'd entered the tourney. It is unknown if Richard chose to follow his liege lord's House Baratheon during Robert's rebellion, or if he stayed loyal to Prince Rhaegar and House Targaryen. But given his close personal friendship, it is speculated that he indeed did side with the prince. And as of now, that is all we know of House Lonmouth.